With potential plans and more, this is Pro Wrestling Central. My name is John, and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Following his return to TNA Wrestling at the Turning Point event, former NXT star Wes Lee said this to Muscle Man Malcolm: "The Rascals are officially back together. The Rascals are 100% back together," Lee said when asked if he'd be appearing more in TNA following his Turning Point comeback. Like, if people weren't able to see Turning Point for TNA, go back and watch it and you'll see a glimpse, only a glimpse, of what the four of us all together are capable of doing. Just wait. The more opportunities we have together, the higher we're going to reach. We're going to push that bar. Criticizing professional wrestlers that complain about their booking online, The Undertaker noted on his 6 Feet Under podcast, "It's a head scratcher. It's not even a thing like, oh, you're an old school guy. It's always about respect. I mean, part of that, yeah, but it's more about learning. If you're not on top, that's what you should be striving to do. So I want to watch who's on top. I want to watch what they're doing and figure out what I'm not doing. It's simple. Where else are you going to learn? You can watch it on the monitor and see it perfectly. That's just genius. You can't get that kind of feedback and learn things and then have to hear people get online and start complaining about, I'm not getting booked the right way. I'm not doing this." What really pissed me off is when I go and people will come up and be like, "Hey, you got anything for me?" And then I take the time out of my, because I obviously watch. So you ask me for feedback, I give you my time, and then you don't even apply it. There's a few people. It's almost like they just want to be seen. It's just lip service. They never apply it. Why ask me if you're not going to apply it? I hate telling people over and over again and you don't apply it. Like, don't waste my time. I'm telling you what worked for me. It may not work for you, but what you're doing, maybe it ain't working. So why not try? So don't bother me. I don't want it to look like don't bother me, but I do want to help. Speaking about his aspirations to return to wrestling, AEW's Paul White said this on Not Sam Wrestling Live: "Dude, I'm hoping. It's just a week-by-week thing," he said when asked about his return timeline. "I had a small back surgery done a couple months ago. You play long enough, the bill comes due. I've had a major surgery every frickin' year. For about the past 5, whether it's a knee surgery or a hip surgery. I feel like that old pickup truck. Like, okay, what's broken now?" Tony Khan's been extremely supportive, so we're just plugging away. I don't plan on going anywhere. I like being in AEW. The last thing I'm gonna do is go out in that ring and have people go, "Aw, poor Paul. They should just kill him like old Yeller or something." We're not gonna have that. If I'm not out there humping and bumping and getting after everything and slapping people's souls out of their chest, then it's time to hang up the boots. We're still moving forward. There's progress being made. Everything I'm dealing with now is mostly soft tissue, getting that stuff to work. We'll get that back and we'll be in the ring. Trust me, I see the opportunity in AEW. I see the chances too. To have fun with the talent in the back, to entertain the fans, the financial gains for being able to compete at a more full-time schedule. Yeah, believe me, I'm salivating over here 100%. Revealing that he will be at John Cena's final WWE match at Saturday night's main event on December 13th in Washington, D.C., Seth Rollins told the Rich Eisen Show. So, also breaking news: "I'm going to go to my first Bears game of the season coming up. Cleveland, the Cleveland game. And then I'm going to the Packers game. I've got to. John Cena is, we're going to do some traveling. We're going to shop through Chicago for the Cleveland game just because we have a nice little route back from DC after John Cena's last match." In a previous interview with Something's Burning, Rollins opened up on his torn rotator cuff and talked about how long he could be out of action. "Yeah, I mean, there's nothing good about being hurt. I'm trying to find the silver linings, I get to spend more time with my daughter, which is great. More time at home. Once I get this sling off, which is in like another month, then it might be full vacation mode for a little while before I lock in and have to start training to get ready to come back. Oh gosh, it'll probably be gradual. I don't even really know. My guess is about 8 to 12 weeks of, okay, now I have to stop eating like an a-hole. Probably 12 weeks. Plus, we'll be moving right into WrestleMania season, which is when 12-day weeks. April. Yeah, that's April. So I'm hoping like around February, after all the holiday stuff, I can start to be like, okay, lock in. No more BS. Probably after the Super Bowl and stuff, I would say. Like, give myself a month before I come back-ish. Maybe. I don't even know. They say 6 months, so this could be April. In some unfortunate news, CM Punk revealed that his dog, Larry, has passed away, writing this on social media. "The grief we carry is the price we pay for unconditional love. Our little Larry crossed the rainbow bridge, wrapped tightly in our arms. He was safe and happy, surrounded by love. He made everywhere we went with him home. What a privilege to be so heartbroken and devastated for having experienced such a bond. The house is quiet, but we still hear the jingle of his necklace and the tip-taps of his little feet on the hardwood floors. He will always be near. We will always feel him. Our hearts are broken. Until we see you again, sweetest Bobo, we love you forever." Going over contract situations in TNA, Ringside News wrote that TNA Wrestling might have just wrapped one of its biggest events of the year with Bound for Glory, but behind the scenes, the company is juggling serious contract business, and the fallout is already taking shape. In an update from Fightful Select, it's been confirmed that multiple TNA stars are no longer under contract following the show, including tag team champions The Inspirations Cassie Lee and Jess McKay, and Cedric Alexander, whose short-term deal quietly ran out after the event. The contracts for The Inspiration, tag team champions, and Cedric Alexander expired after Bound for Glory, leaving even more work to be done. That's just the start. Rich Swann and Matt Cardona are also currently working without signed deals. These contract statuses are part of a larger trend where TNA talent, including those involved in the NXT crossover, are performing without official agreements, as the company juggles tight budget constraints and ongoing growth efforts, and this week it's about to get even more hectic. Fightful is told that numerous contract discussions are expected over the next week regarding renewals and possible extensions. The company has been intentionally waiting for its TV deal announcement before finalizing long-term commitments. A few talents have reportedly been holding off on negotiations for that exact reason. A couple of talents noted they intentionally waited for the TV deal announcement before beginning negotiations. That includes names like Jake Something, Zachary Wentz, AJ Francis, and Steve Macklin, all of whom are expected to hit free agency by year's end if deals aren't reached. Jake's situation was particularly surprising. Many believed he was locked in through mid-2026, but it turns out his deal is up by December, with multiple contracts now expired and key stars entering uncertain territory. TNA's next moves could reshape their roster heading into 2026. Asked why LA Knight has not yet held a world title in WWE, this was said during a self-made pro session. They don't like him like that. Yeah, they don't like him like that. You see a wrestler getting huge pops, moving tons of merch, and your question, and this is any company, right? Your question becomes, when are they going to get the ball? Why haven't they been given the ball? It's been years. They've been hot. So what's going on? The answer is always that the booker just doesn't want to give them the ball. They don't care to give them the ball. They will never do it unless they are forced to. Look, he's going to do some stuff with Punk, but he's obviously not going to win any of those. I mean, he's not going to win the title from Punk, and then he'll get scraps for WrestleMania. So it is what it is. Touching on the possibility of Gunther being the final opponent of his son John Cena, John Cena Sr. said this on the All Access podcast. Well, it certainly wouldn't be Gunther, that's for sure. I don't think that's a wise move. I don't think the fans would enjoy that move. Gunther does not need the rub, and by the way, I'm not a fan of the whole on the way out you've got to push somebody over the top idea. You're supposed to pass the torch, but I don't know if that's written anywhere in professional wrestling. If we have to use that as an analogy, then he's already done that with Cody Rhodes. He beat him for the title, he gave the title back, they embraced, Cody was teary-eyed, the torch was passed. I think he's given the rub along the way, especially with Dominic Mysterio. That was a tremendous deal. With many believing that Chris Jericho will be returning to WWE either at the end of this year or in early 2026, the man himself was asked if he will step back into a wrestling ring, as he told WBSM with Tim Weisberg, "You never know. I'm not done yet. Still figuring out everything and we'll see where I end up. I'm pretty sure you'll see me in 2026 in a wrestling ring somewhere." And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all later.